So I'm going to roll Kevin a cigarette. And at the exact moment I stood in front of the TV, this is what I heard. There was a gigantic spider running through this man's house. Quite huge it was. So he armed himself with a lighter and a can of spray paint. So the spider was running through the bathroom. It got into the tub where it got trapped. He lit the fucking lighter, sprayed the fucking paint. The house went up in fucking flames. The shower was some kind of fiberglass shit, or it caught fire because it just cocked it an hour before. The fucking house went up, and the girl said, "I wonder if the spider's dead."
Pretty, no, the spider is fucking dead.
No, it's the only thing that survived.
This is the fucking kind of shit that goes on in this house. I always end up at the exact right moment to a stupid fucking. I had to go because Kevin will yell up the stairs, "I need a cigarette, I need a cigarette." So I got to go over to the machine and roll it. So I throw it down the stairs. And each time I do that, which is hundreds of times a day, I think, I see these fucking commercials. The one day I went in, I was rolling a cigarette, and I heard, "Does your male child have breasts? If they do, please call our law firm and
I know that one.
contact us, because." And I can't help but to laugh because it's just so,
It wasn't an what was the worst thing is it was an antidepressant that caused it. So not only
yeah. It's an
the kid's
antidepressant.
depressed, and now he has breasts.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say it's not going to undepress the kid, but it will undepress anyone who fucking sees him.
All right, and then on the second one, which I just heard recently. Well, no, I'm actually involved in this one because the doctor said she wanted me to go on. She suggested that because my A1C is out of whack, my sugar is bad, it's real bad, and she said she wanted me to go on this Invokana. I said, "What the hell is that?" She gave me the pamphlet. I came home and I looked it up, and then I was again rolling a cigarette for Kevin, and this fucking commercial came up with Invokana, and it's to lower your A1C, and the beginning of the commercial really sounds wonderful because it can do all the things that I needed to do. But then at the end, it says, "Here are some severe warnings." And they leave it for the very end to do this.
Of course.
It may cause kidney failure, and you may get genital fucking what is it called? Yeast infection. It may cause genital yeast infection.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm like, yeah, well, that's just fucking wonderful.
That's great.
I can get a yeast infection. Sure, I'll just jab myself with this fucking needle just because I want to get a yeast infection. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Well, that's the thing. They've got like the cure for it, but then the side effects of the cure are like even worse than what you had originally.
There's so many. I mean, I see them pop up all the day. What was the other one, Vale? There's a kidney medication or something, and it could cause death. It says on the package could cause death.
Oh yeah, you might have a late side effect of death, but hey.
I couldn't believe it. Oh, it was an arthritis medication, is what it was. That's what it was.
Yes. You could
Yeah.
choke on it while you're taking the medication.
No, it could
Yeah,
give you
I
a
know.
stroke or heart attack, or
Yeah.
your brain could explode.
You could have breasts.
Yeah, you could have breaths. You could. There's all kinds of sick shit for you to pick from here. You could fucking grow titties. You can get a yeast infection, and you could die
Sure.
on your own.
So, you're trying to tell me that you suddenly develop breasts, have the ability to make bread, and die at the same time?
Sure, you may shit blood, grow breasts, have a vagina on your forehead, but hey, you won't be icky or depressed.
That reminds me of another one. Vaginitis. It was some woman's birth control pill. That one could cause death too, but you can get fucking vaginitis and have all kinds of different infections there.
Oh my god.
Oh, I was like, what? Yeah. Let's not have a baby, but I just want all these infections and I could be dead.
Right, I don't want. That's your birth control. That they're gonna give you vaginitis. Nobody wants that shit. There you go, birth control.
All these. This is what we're doing now. I swear to God, the government is trying to fucking lower the population, and that's why they're putting all these out. I swear to God, that's what comes in my mind when I see all these commercials.
Why don't they just make people pass an IQ test?
I don't know.
They should.
But I mean, that's what comes to my mind when I hear all these commercials. The government, and it's not so crazy, really. What was I going to say? I just rolled Kevin a cigarette. Something was on there. Oh, the Risperdal commercial, and they were just at the part where they say, if your son has grown breast from taking Risperdal. And I've heard this commercial hundreds and hundreds of times, so I don't know what was so different about this one, but I thought to myself, how the fuck did this woman say that with a straight face? Nothing? Nothing? Has nobody wondered that? I mean, how the fuck could a woman sit in a chair, look at a camera, and say, if your child's using Risperdal and have grown breasts, how could she say that without fucking breaking out into a laughter tizzy? Because I couldn't do it.
Okay, what on earth did I just call in on?
See, there's
crying laughing right now.
there's commercials, April, that we see over here in America, and I think they're only in America. I don't think you guys see them. About Risperdal, which is an antidepressant for children. But if your son has taken Risperdal and has grown breasts, you need to call the lawyers. Do you know what I mean? Commercials like this. And I want to know how that woman, I actually want to call her and say, how the fuck could you possibly sit there